everybody, we're back. You know my first guest from such films as Sex, Lies, and Videotape, Groundhog Day, and 4 Weddings and a Funeral. She now has 2 new movies coming out, Harrison's Flowers and Crush. Please welcome the lovely and talented Andie MacDowell. How are you?
I'm great.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Did you have to? Are you supposed to clip this on? Let me do it.
I'm sorry. The guy reminded me right before I started.
It's hard to growl at you with all these Jesus statues around. What are you doing? Nothing. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You are from North Carolina,
That's
is
right.
that right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask one thing, before we got into talking about the movies. I just, for the first time, traveled around in Georgia. Last week, I drove down all through Georgia. My wife and I, we drove all over the place. Every single thing is deep fried
A lot
in
of
Georgia.
food is deep fried.
But everything, I'd like a popsicle, deep fry it. Everything is deep fried, and I love that stuff, but at a certain point, it almost got silly, and we were trying to find a place that just wouldn't have something deep fried. And
Did you have hush puppies?
Hush puppies are what?
Deep fried bread.
Which they then deep fry. They deep fry it and then they deep fry it again. We went to one place and there was barbecue, there was everything, and we went to one place and I thought, this will be good. It has like some shellfish and they have a lobster tail there, and I thought, oh, this will be nice, just a nice broiled lobster tail. And they're like, oh, you're gonna love it. We deep fry it. Deep fry a lobster. So is it like that in North Carolina, or is it?
Well, it depends. You know, of course, we have all traditional foods, but a lot of it is, fried.
Yeah.
And if you're going for that kind of southern fare, whatever.
Right.
Like fried okra, fried squash, fried chicken.
Do you love that stuff?
I do like it, but
Yeah.
I don't eat it all the time.
You can't. I mean, I have cholesterol somewhere in the 800s. I always think that if I was ever I had to stop fast in a car, a cholesterol statue of me would break through my chest. But it is like, so I have to watch it, and I would think it'd be very tough if you're from down there.
Right. I did a movie one time, and they wanted me to, they were going to pad me, and it was a Southern character, and I said, don't pad me, let me eat. I ate fried food. I ate fried food for a summer. And
give me a room full of hush puppies.
There you go.
I'll eat my way out, and we're ready to go. Well, let's start with this movie, Crush. This is a very sexy movie.
Yeah.
You have a sex scene in a cemetery.
That's right.
You have a sex scene just outside a church.
That's right.
You have a sex scene in a car.
In the back of a Volvo, twice.
That's
Twice in a row.
a good ad for Volvo right
there
now.
You go.
Volvo's going to take that clip and put it into their ads. Drive Volvo. Andie MacDowell had sex here twice. Now, when you have to do scenes like that, I'm just always curious, how do you get, you hadn't worked with your co-star before, right?
Well, we had a rehearsal period.
Right.
And I ended up teaching them, there's a dance in the South that's called shagging. You know, shag, which means something completely different in England.
I was going to say.
He's English.
Yeah.
So
Shagging in England means
something
doing the deed, right.
So,
Only I call it doing the deed. People still are like, what are you talking about?
Anyway, the director, I had taught him how to shag when we were at the Cannes Film Festival. Of course, he thought that was really great. You know,
Right.
I said, do you shag? Can you shag?
Yeah.
Like that. So I said,
And
well,
he got really confused.
I said, I'm going to teach you how to shag.
And this was to make your co-star more comfortable?
But dancing with someone is a nice way to get to know, to touch, and we laughed. We laughed a lot in everything that we did. It was a very creative venture. We laughed a lot. But that gets you touching, and it made us laugh because it was all about shagging.
So it's a way to sort of, no, it actually sounds like it might work. It's a way to
just
work with your
and
fellow actor and sort of touch each other and everything, but have it be in a safe, kind of funny way.
Right, exactly. And we just got really comfortable with each other, and both of us realized, it was a job, and we wanted it to look good, and we were having great fun playing these characters. He's 15 years younger than me, too. I don't know. You didn't tell him that, did you?
Well, no. I knew he was younger. Yeah, it's about a woman
having an affair with this younger guy, and my friends can't accept the fact that it's really real. And so they kind of try to get in the middle of us.
Okay. And you just shot this movie in England?
In England, that's right, yeah.
And did you get, I mean, you had scenes where you're driving Did you have to get used to the driving on the other side of the road? I call it the wrong side of the road.
The wrong side of the road. Me too. I'll call it the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
I did.
Because our country invented the automobile. So I think any country that's not on our side's on the wrong side.
Right.
But was that, did you get used to it?
That's a little odd, but I got very comfortable driving on the wrong side of the road. In fact, I got so comfortable being on the wrong side of the road, I came back and I was driving down the road and I was talking on my cell phone, which you shouldn't do anyway when you're driving. But anyway, I got all confused at one moment. I said, oh my goodness, I said, what side of the road am I supposed to be on? I was talking to the person.
Were you here in this country?
Went, yeah. I was talking to my manager. I got very confused just for 1 minute. It's like everything just went blank. I'm not a great driver anyway. And
I was connecting that myself.
I said, what side of the road am I
I'm way ahead of you. I gotta tell you, if I got a phone call from a friend of mine from their car and their first question is, what side of the road am I supposed to be on?
I know.
I'd be freaked out.
Yes.
Now, when you do a driving scene in a movie, a lot of us, you don't think about it. We just, people like me, we just go see movies and enjoy them. But whenever you see one shot, you know that they've strapped cameras all around the car.
I did do one that was really hard.
And that must be hard to drive the car with all these...
It's hard to see when you've got 3 cameras in front of you. It's really hard to see. I had 2 cameras in front of me in this one scene in Harrison's Flowers. And it's a film about a war. And I come into this small village. It's really quiet. And then I come into a small village and all chaos breaks out. So it's horrible war that I drive into. But as I'm going down the road, I had some signs to kind of watch, because I couldn't really see out front because I have these cameras. They ended up putting 3 cameras on front.
Right.
So I'm going down the road, and I see the lady run by with the child. I'm like, oh, I'm okay. So then I see the bus and say, I'm still okay. And I look up, and there's a tank that's supposed to go behind me. And I saw the tank, and it looked like it was coming a little bit too fast. And I'm supposed to pretend like I'm running into the bus stop. But I didn't pretend. I ran into the bus stop.
You really? Because you're supposed to stop and have, like, a stunt woman come in and do that part.
Right. But no, I crashed. And looked in the mirror and saw the tank go over the back of me, and that was kind of it.
It crushed your back seat?
On the back, out the back of the car, yes.
Now, was the director like, this is great, we can use this?
He thought it was fabulous.
Yeah.
He thought it was great. I didn't think it was too cool, but he thought it was absolutely incredible.
He was like, now we can save on the stunt woman. Thank you, Andie MacDowell. We have a clip here from Crush. Do we need to set this up?
This is a scene where I'm already having the affair with this really young, hot organ, the guy who plays the organ at the church. And I come in, I come in and I work with the minister at the school. I'm the head mistress. And the minister's
Children, please.
Okay. The minister's leaning over the organ, and I goose him.
Right.
Because I think it's the young guy.
And it's not the young guy.
It's not the young guy.
Okay, let's take a look at this scene from Crush.
And I really could do with an extra hand.
I'd love to, Gerald.
You would? Wonderful. Wonderful. You made a balding old man very happy. Oh, this is Jeff. Jed. Miss Scales, our illustrious headmistress.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Scales.
Yes.
She was remarking on your organ the other day.
Oh, it's very nice. My organ's at your service whenever you like.
Thank you.
In fact, I could give you a bit of a recital right now if you fancied.
I have to go.
Well.
This audience, they picked right up on that. My organs. Well, Harrison's Flowers and Crush are in theaters right now.
Yes.
You're very busy.
Yes, a little bit right now.
Yeah, that's great, though. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Oh,
always
thanks.
great to have you here. Andie MacDowell, everybody. Tracy Morgan coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.